Hey, Capt here, preacher at large, teaching the word, inspiring, 5 minutes at a time. Hey, I want to talk to you about the power of God for a minute. As you can see from the mountains in the background, I'm not at home in South Texas. I'm in Utah. But just like God making those mountains, the power in creation, and all the power that he displayed, like just turning nothing into something in creation in Genesis, right? All the plagues, right? Pulling people out of Egypt, all this power. And there's so many things we can talk about power. But in the Old Testament, God's power was there to reveal himself to people, to the nations. And this power was always turbulent, and sometimes it was deadly, and it was just this great awe of this power. But in the Old Testament, right? But then there's a shift in the New Testament. And I believe that shift is because of the indwelling presence of the Holy Spirit. Because all of a sudden his power and his majesty is directed at humanity specifically. Right? In the Old Testament, there's roughly 109 miracles. Now, inside of some miracles, there's a bunch of miracles, so classes of miracles, but roughly 109 miracles in the Old Testament. There were only 5 that pertain to healing. There's a big difference. That's, 1,500 years or so, almost 2,000 years, and only 5 healings that are recorded in the Old Testament. But now that shift in the New Testament, there's 64 miracles in the New Testament. There again, some groupings of miracles, so don't worry about the numbers, but there were 34. Half of the miracles in the New Testament were for healing, for you and me. Jesus alone did 36 miracles, and 27 of them pertain to healing. So I wanted to remind you today about the power of God and the power of healing. Healing's a big thing to God. And Jesus, most of his miracles were healings, right? The New Testament, grace, the indwelling power of the Holy Spirit is in you, and you can pray for people and they can be healed. Don't ever forget about the healing power of Jesus when you talk about the power of God. Now, get your face in the Bible.